Oh, hello, everybody. If you're sitting there waiting for me, still kind of waiting for Jim. I haven't done this with a hangout for a while, so please bear with me. I'm trying to mute my mic because I realize I'm probably not going to be able to see the live chat. I'll fill some questions in the chat, sit around and wait for this to fill up. No memes, no music. This is not an episode of Picture Show. It's just me trying to, I don't know, I guess field some questions, give people an update, show people the courtesy to tell them what I know. What's up, Booja? Booja Hadeen. How you doing, my friend? I'm just kind of waiting, man. Figure, I don't even recognize this person. Jim always does this, so I don't know. I don't know who would usually be in the chat and who wouldn't. And Jim is supposed to be here, but he's apparently in transport. What's up, Walrus? I see you. Namaste. Isn't that what they say? Namaste. It's been some real funky shit for a couple of days. Did I say funky? I think I said funky. Hi, Krista. Welcome to my office space. Dick Diamond's in the chat. That's funny. The chat goes by so fast when a regular show is on that I have the blessing of Jim to manage it for me. So I I usually only notice if someone's typing in all caps. But yeah, it's been very strange things. It's strange enough that both Tracy Twyman, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It looks to me, let's see how many people we got in here. I don't want to say this a dozen times, but I'm not afraid to repeat it. It looks to me like weird stuff was happening again with Tracy, and that she took preemptive measures to insulate herself more than last time. Oh, looks like we got Jim.
Hey, hey
What's up,
there, I
Jim?
got it to work. What's up, SB?
Oh, just sitting here. Got got 5 or 6 people in the chat. Not, I guess there's 9 people watching us now.
Hey, folks.
You might want to get right up on your mic. Where are you at, Jimmy? In the park or something?
What's that?
I said you might want to get right up on your mic. You're kind of quiet for me. I don't know if they can hear you or not.
Oh, hey, maybe, is that better? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you okay. I don't know if they can hear you or not. Here, I'm gonna turn my speakers up just a little bit. You can hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
That's a little bit better.
I'm kind of rough on this phone. I dropped it way too many times. So,
Yeah, that lens effect you got going there is pretty amazing.
isn't it cool? I call it Smoky Jim.
I thought it was called "I Cracked My iPhone."
It's called I cracked my iPhone. I need a new phone. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Well, yeah, finally we're getting to the real reason we brought you here tonight, folks. Jim needs a new phone. They're about 1,100 bucks for the kind he needs. So it's best if you just send
Yeah.
the money straight to his PO box. Obviously, I'm being a smartass.
Yeah, I don't have a PO box.
To
So,
answer the questions in the chat, no, I don't think Tracy's getting purged like everyone else on the internet is getting purged. No, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing Tracy getting knocked down like all of these conservatives complaining that they're getting knocked down, and now other channels. I know that, I've been watching this crap for a long time, so I know that the scope of people getting banned or knocked down and everything is far wider than what people think it is. There's like cooking channels and makeup channels and health food channels and diet and exercise channels all getting caught in the dragnet of pulling people off the internet.
SB, I heard that they pulled an internet kill switch test this weekend, or last weekend, and a big chunk of the East Coast got all their Google stuff dropped for between like 3:15 on a Saturday for a short period of time.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I didn't experience it.
No, I didn't either.
We're getting a question here. Trotter 711. No, Tracy bailed on us, man. We don't know what's going on with her. Some really weird stuff is happening, and she just kind of resigned her position and didn't really give us any explanation. You know, I would try to give you more details, but I don't know. She hasn't told me what she's comfortable to reveal, so I have to kind of play it close to my chest. We didn't have a falling out. She did seem to distance herself and then decide that she definitely wasn't going to participate any longer. It didn't seem at all like a temporary hiatus. Hey, you dogs. You don't get to do the show this week. Get out. Get out. You go, man. Go. Get out.
Gotta love dogs. Always there when you need them.
Well, they can feel the energy.
Yeah, protectors of.
They can feel something's up.
The crew.
But yeah, I noticed Tracy's Twitter was gone. I noticed her YouTube links had changed. I noticed my behind-the-scenes access to her website changed somewhat. I wasn't eliminated from it, but I was limited in what I could do because I was posting some news articles and stuff. And I made redundant attempts to try and contact her via the telephone and text messaging and other routes with no real success. And then Jim and I were both doing the same thing up until the late evening, night before last. And the next morning, I kind of sounded the alarm in our Discord and on some social media platforms. And then I texted her again and let her know as much that I was about to sound the alarm in a bigger way and try to reach out in such a way to preserve her safety if she was unsafe or not, not good. And she called me up and said, don't do that, and said that she's not going to be on the show anymore. And I reiterated to her that, it's just my position that I just only ever wanted to be a friend and be somebody to participate in whatever she had going on with her content. And she said, okay. It was cold and distant, but it wasn't rude or accusatory. It was no explanation involved. So that's it. That's all we know, folks. And I haven't talked to her since. I don't intend to try and contact her because the nature of the conversation was implied to not do that.
I just hope that she's okay and everything's okay. She said that she did to me in a text message, and I'm hoping that's the truth. I think it is, but I worry about all this stuff. We've been kind of touching on some pretty deep water subject matters.
So, dude is saying the echo is bad. That's probably off your phone, Jim.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, usually we have this all set up with OBS, but I mean, unless Jim's got some earbuds right there, there's nothing we can really do about it.
No, I don't have earbuds.
Because I can hear me coming back.
What's that?
I said I can hear me coming back. I could try and move my mic, I guess.
Am I making an echo for you?
I don't know if it's you or not. Does that fix the echo or not?
I don't hear it. I'll sit in the back.
Let me see if I can plug in some earbuds. Hold on, folks. It makes me think of Jan Irvin yelling at Joe Atwell.
All right, guys, we're live on the internet right now. Yes. Oh shit. So, what would we be? Let's try to let them do their show. Yeah,
Looks like you guys are going with Jim.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine. I think it's my fault, not yours, bro. I'm just looking for some earbuds.
Well, thank you. I guess I couldn't mute. If that would help.
Oh, I don't know. Just keep them occupied for a second, Jimmy, and I'll be right back. Let me grab some earbuds. I'll be right back. Stay.
What do you guys got going on anyway?
So, yeah, I was muted.
That sounds sounds like the drunk asshole at the bar. Hey, you want to just keep this guy occupied for a little while? What the hell?
I'm in the car right now, you guys. I've got some friends along with me for the ride here. Kind of not in the Arts Only Picture Show studios today. So hopefully that echo is not being too bothersome.
What's the best way to get to CC? Right on other?
Are you there, SB?
Do you think so too? Okay.
Is that super black? He's that friend named SB.
All right, does that eliminate the echo?
Yeah, ask him why.
That should eliminate the echo. Testing. Check. 1, 2. Testing for echo on non-picture show episode 0. Give us a heads up in the chat if that's better or worse or WTF, as they say. Echo gone. All right. Thank you, Ann American. Yeah, that was my fault. I apologize, folks. I thought
Are we echoing now?
No, it should be good, because if it was bouncing out of my speakers and into my microphone, then it's my fault. That's how feedback works. You get a little tiny piece of infinity working between.
Right, I'm gonna mute for a second, just so you can. Yeah. Remember the.
Yeah, we're all good. If you need to mute yourself, go ahead, Jim. I was just trying to give people a heads up, and the other part of all of that is, so bottom line is Tracy's gone. We don't know what's up. I haven't heard from her since our very brief and strange phone conversation, where she dismissed herself from the show with no explanation. And on top of that, that day is rife with personal issues for me. So yesterday was probably the lowest day I've had in my life. I don't know, in 4 years. It was really disheartening and disappointing. And I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know how many people have gone back and looked at old episodes, but when Jim and I were doing this alone, we occasionally interviewed my brother Adam, whose music is on the introduction. And other than that, we just kind of pick a subject or fly from the seat of our pants, play with the yo-yo, juggle, paint, surf the internet and look at stuff. And, I feel like the opportunity to go back to that loose format is null. It's like we brought this way too far with Tracy as a participant. We ramped it up to this week was going to be Christopher Knowles. We were gonna jump on synchromysticism and mermail DNA modification and the secret history of rock and roll. And it just didn't happen. Everything fell apart. Everything fell apart on Killdozer Day.
Yeah, I know, it sucks.
I like Killdozer.
I'm really sad about that. I think we could maybe get back into something, but it would be something new for sure.
I'll kill them.
Jeff,
you could do that.
That was awesome.
I don't think necessarily it'd be the same thing as we started with.
The nuclear Boy Scout, he was fucking badass still.
It'd be something different.
That was some good shit.
Oh, yeah, I'd say this is already something different right now. You have no idea, Krista.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I had a.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know, folks. I would definitely keep an eye on Tracy. I mean, it looks like this time around, whatever's happening, it seems to me like she's definitely under some kind of digital harassment again. We know, she's told us as much live many times, so I'm not afraid to acknowledge that that is something that's part of her life, unfortunately. And it's something that when her and I first started to become closer as friends and working together, that she contacted me preliminarily to talk about. Um, you know, it's worth it to go back and look at whatever information that she's got about that, so that you can get a better idea of her situation. So it appears to me that whatever happened in the past, due to her proximity and information on the Cappy stuff, maybe, I don't know, that got her more back involved where the crosshairs are on top of her. And it looks like she took preemptive measures to protect herself and to insulate her digital footprint and position. And part of it is definitely that I think she was suspicious or doubtful of whether or not myself and Jim were 100% legit and above board, or whether or not we might be part of some problem to mess with her, or part, that's the thing, folks, is when they get you doubting whether or not you can trust everybody or anybody, then you don't trust anybody. And even people that are legit can't represent themselves well enough to you to be genuinely trustworthy in your mind. So no matter what, you've always got the seed of doubt in your mind. And I won't give details, but I know that some of that was happening to me personally. I don't think it was happening to Jim, but she did express to me some seed of doubt as to whether or not I was completely legit. And I try my best to represent myself to be exactly what I appear to be. SB. That's just me. I don't have time to live two lives where I could be a liar and fronting on people. I'm just me. This is what I'm doing. Um, Dick Diamonds is saying, people are saying her Twitter's gone. That's absolutely confirmed. Her Twitter is gone. Whether or not her website was hacked and content deleted, I can't say that. I think she pulled that stuff herself, but I don't know that to be true. I don't. She's, as far as I know, I was the last person to correspond with her via the telephone. If anyone else has had contact with Tracy Twyman, I would love to hear, but I'm not going to make an effort to contact her, because she certainly implied, if not said outright, that she didn't say, "Don't ever call me again, Sean." But she also didn't say, "I'll follow up with you later," or "Let's talk about this when stuff blows over." That wasn't part of the conversation. She said, "I'm not going to be on the show anymore. That's the way it's going to be." And we got off the phone. Oh, now we got echo again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hopped out of the car. I was in a bad spot to talk. Am I echo again?
Sounds okay. I'm just listening for the. Okay, Dick Diamonds is saying he was talking about 6 months ago. Yeah, I know that whatever happened 6 months ago, yeah, they were completely digitally attacking Tracy to the point where she pulled everything and vanished for a little while, and that was part of the beginning of me reaching out. I felt compelled to, at that point, to take a stronger position and try and see if I could be in touch with her. And it worked. It worked, and it went well beyond my wildest imagination that she would actually become my friend and want to join our broadcast every week. And so for it to all change so fast and with no explanation is an absolute shot in the heart to me, to the point where I'm honestly, folks, I'm ready to let the whole thing go. I don't really give a fuck anymore. I don't care. I don't care enough to say that I'm definitely going to try and push forward and do something. I don't know what's going to happen. And I know that many people are shocked and disappointed at that kind of thinking, but you're not me not living my life. I'm not going to divulge a bunch of my own personal details, but my shit's not straight enough that I want to just muscle through and put up with all the other compromises and crap that I'm dealing with in my life and try and recoup and recover this thing for sure. I don't know yet. So.
Well, it's hard. It's easy to say that right at this second because things are fresh. But I think we could recoup it in something new, into a new form. It could still be something really cool. I really think so.
Well, I don't think that's impossible, but I don't feel encouraged.
No, that's not encouraging. Diversity is not encouraging ever. It's discouraging. And
Krista, we all love Tracy's work. My personal opinion of Tracy Twyman has not changed at all, except for that I'm saddened to lose her as a friend and a part of my life. You know, I'm not. If anything, if it is people messing with her and trying to divide us, then maybe they've succeeded. But on top of that, what they want is people to be emotional, to have knee-jerk reactions, to form new opinions, take new positions, and that's just simply not the case for me. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be butthurt and grumpy at Tracy. You know, maybe one day she'll change her mind and try and explain what happened. Maybe she won't. As long as she's well, I don't care. It's none of my business. You know, if Tracy can remain well and safe and thrive, or at least survive, I'm happy. That's good enough for me. That's what I pray for, literally to God. I pray that she be okay, because she stick her neck out far enough that
amen.
the information is divulged that apparently makes people in powerful positions have knee-jerk reactions and start tripping. So that's brave. Most people aren't that brave. So
I agree with you 100%, Sam.
Get out of the matrix. She did not give a reason. No, this is completely just, I wouldn't say it's 100% out of the blue. It came on strong after the second Cappy episode. Things started to get weird. There was a little bit of doubt and confusion in our own private messaging. She was describing the ongoing situation with Cappy and information about she had heard right away about dude Robert or whatever his name was. Supposedly some dude hung himself and he lived, and now he's trying to recover. You know, I haven't seen any evidence of that being true, except for that there's some screen captures on Nathan Stoppelman's Twitter or something. So I take everything with a grain of salt. I take everything from a liminal middle ground and don't believe anything without rigorous, you know, devil's advocate. And you just gotta, you guys all know how it is. You got to peel everything apart 10,000 ways, like an endless onion, to understand it. And even then, if they're trying to feed you something, you'll still believe what they want you to if you're not careful. Sometimes you'll still believe what they want you to. They can guide us and lead us all around because they've got all the money and the intelligence apparatus. And what we got is Google Hangouts. You know, so
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, I was just reading the chat here a little bit.
I'm just kind of moving away from a crowd of people. I'm at a softball game right now. It's kind of hard being in the RX Only Picture Show studio and not having a show tonight. It's a really big part of things. I mean, I really love doing it. So it's kind of a shock, and it's a sad thing to not be carrying on the way that we were with the show and stuff.
Now, Buja Hadeen is saying, could she have got a cease and desist that gagged her? I mean, you know, that's not impossible. I don't know. She didn't share every piece of information with us. I mean, she did tell us more things than I'm willing to say, but who knows? You know, she could have gotten legal and or law enforcement information that caused her to step away from everything. She could have gotten threats and intimidation that caused her to step away from everything. We could speculate all day, right? I don't know. She didn't say. That's the bottom line. And I saw also, let's see, was it Dick Diamond's? Somebody said that the website looks okay right now. Now that's true to a degree, but if you click on the links, all the videos that were, she pulled down all the videos that were uploaded in the last month, and she had posted a whole bunch of the shows that we had done together as a way to ramp up content so that she could improve her own YouTube channel, which of course we absolutely encourage. You know, people can take picture show episodes and post them wherever they want. I don't care. But the whole last month's worth of content is gone. And so if you go trying to click around on the website, and if it's something that links to a video that used to be uploaded on her YouTube, it's gone. And I haven't seen any changes since the preliminary change. You know, I logged in, she wasn't, because what I did is I went to drop a message, just a piece of research information, not having to do with current events and not having to do with Cappy or any of that. Just some esoteric tidbit. I don't remember. What's up, Snake Jones? I went to drop it in mine and her and Jim's three-way private message on Twitter, and her handle wasn't there. It was just me and Jim. So I went looking around, and she wasn't on Twitter. And so I confirmed 2 or 3 different ways in my browser and on my phone, like, okay, at Universal Agent is definitely gone. So I immediately started to try and contact her with no real results. And so I went to her YouTube and to her website, and I tried to log in to see if I still had permissions to post, and I didn't anymore, but I could still log in, and I'm a Plus Ultra member. So to me, that shows a very deliberate backing off and not a knee jerk and not necessarily a hack. Is most hackers aren't going to go and limit, they're not going to make it look like the content owner curating their own website. Now, to me, a smart hacker might do that, but I've never seen anything like that. Any evidence I've seen of hacking is always a mess. It's not somebody coming and smartly redacting and retracting recent content, and they just usually make your whole thing look like shit, or they delete it all, or they fill it up with dick pics or whatever.
Yeah, make it porn or some bullshit.
Yeah.
I think I finally found a quiet spot here.
Yeah, with the crack in your screen, it makes it look like you're in a episode of a soap opera back in the day.
I know I've got soft focus going on. So you
can soft focus, and then you got the beautiful mountains and the sunlight.
Little Vaseline on my face, so I look a lot younger.
So maybe I scrolled up too far here. I was still trying to read. So yeah, also known as saying vegan Mikey and donuts was all illusional rabbit holes. I would say I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know. I can't say for sure that it's just BS. The voodoo donut thing, there was definitely some leads there that didn't look fake to me.
Yeah, I agree.
And Victoria V, any comments that are complimentary and encouraging, I appreciate it. Thank you. We appreciate that. We worked hard to bring it to you. We kind of left it rough and crappy on purpose, so it wasn't like we weren't trying to be overproduced, but we were trying to bring the meat of the truth and maybe some humor and some memes.
Yeah, the first idea was to get it out, not to. Polishing comes second. As long as you're trying to get the information out, the most important thing is being there, right?
Well, that's how we did it. I mean, the beginning of the show was me paying $5 or $10 to Andy Worski's channel to debate his partner at the time about the flat earth. And when it was a week after that, we decided we were going to go live and do it on our own because we were so stoked. That's where the show started, show started. That's funny. That's what I was writing. What is RX Only Picture Show and where did it come from? I don't know. I'm not going to put up a website just to publish it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. There it is. Maybe I'll auction it off on eBay. I'm still just trying to read the chat here, Jim.
Well, I like to hear negative finality in your voice. I think maybe we could reincorporate ourselves after a short break, perhaps.
Oh, it's not impossible, but I'm not going to front. I'm not a person who fronts. Usually on a night like this, I would just cancel and not show up so people don't see me negative and depressed and annoyed. And
no, nobody wants that.
I mean, I could just put everybody on blast and open up all the DMs and tell everybody what I think of fucking everybody. You know, that's no good. I've never seen anything good come from that, so let's avoid it. You know,
For sure. How many people are watching?
we got 33 people watching. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Not Picture Show.
It's RXX Picture Show tonight.
Yeah, well, I resisted writing final episode, so.
I appreciate that.
Who wants to draw a Runo? I see Snake Jones. What's up, Snake?
I still remain hopeful, as I am the opposite of you. You know,
And
I like Coke, you like Pepsi. I like Fords, you like Chevys. You're primarily pessimistic, and I am primarily optimistic. I got to maintain that to the bitter fucking end, Sean. I mean, FB. Just kind of how I have to roll here.
so now, Wade, you say that I'm realistic and you're idealistic?
Well, I could say that I'm idealistic, but I don't even know what realistic is.
Yeah, well, they're drawing it into further doubt every day, Jim.
I couldn't speculate on what realistic means.
So here's TFF Falker, our first caller. You're a weird kid, Falker. I hope you know that. You got everybody tripping in the Discord. People don't know whether you're a robot or a shill or just a weird guy. I think it's the last one. I think you're just a weird guy, and that's fine. That's obviously what we attract here.
Yeah, we're magnets for weird.
Schedule I Picture Show. I don't know what that means.
Sounds good. Like
oh, Schedule 1 Picture Show. I get it now. Oh, it is prescription only. Yeah, you got to keep a picture show under lock and key. You got to get a prescription from the doctor to have the nurse unlock the cabinet to get it out, and then they still count it and make you take it in front of them. Exactly.
Yeah. Picture show is Schedule 1. Schedule 1 drug. You know.
We're all pretty weird. I can't disagree with that about you, Bacchus. You're pretty weird. I'm trying to make sure if you're not getting your question answered and there's something that you think is pertinent or needs to be prominent, then don't hesitate to type it 2 or 3 times or put it in all caps or whatever, because I'm just trying to keep up here. I really hate looking at my face on 2 different monitors, looking back and forth at 2 different monitors. I don't like it. Oh, MM says, why is SB not feeling so hot? Because Tracy Twyman bailed on us, and that's only what I'm willing to divulge. My life is stressful and weird, and it's disorganized and chaotic, and it's less than desirable many days of the week. And so to add someone who was a new friend bailing completely unexpectedly and with no explanation on top of all of the rest of that is just absolutely disheartening, And if people are just coming in and realizing that that's the case, that's what's going on, I'm sorry. I've been trying to let people know on Twitter or on Discord. Part of the reason that I wanted to go live tonight was just because I know that there's a lot of people that aren't on any social media platform necessarily where they would get a message from us, but that they would definitely get the notification if we went live. So I figured it's a minimum courtesy to at least let people know what's up, I'm gonna lie, I didn't even really want to do it. I told Jim yesterday I'm not even gonna do this, but I kind of talked myself into it.
Well, I'm glad we did. I wasn't quite ready for it because I made other plans after we decided to cancel, but I'm glad that I had a chance to come here and be a part of it again. Definitely something I enjoy doing, talking to you all.
Snake Jones says he's drawn the runes for me or for us. Who's we? That's scary. We. And I guess MM is following up. Is she being weird? Yeah, I would answer that in the affirmative. Tracy is being weird. I don't. It's outside of the scope of what I've seen in the past, but I don't know. I've only been her friend for a few months, so I don't know. But I also want to take this opportunity to make sure no one is misunderstanding me as saying anything negative about Tracy. She seemed distant and cold, but of sound mind. She seemed fine. She didn't seem diluted or unwell. That was all I really wanted, was for her to confirm that she was okay, and she did. And then I reassured her that I only ever wanted to be her friend and a participant in whatever she was doing. And she said, okay, but she didn't say maybe later or thanks, or, she just said, okay. And I said, okay, and hung up the phone. That was it, but we don't know. We don't know what she's facing. She's not willing to tell us. Maybe she's trying to protect us all. Who knows? We don't know.
Yeah, I think that I really enjoyed being a part of all the stuff that we were partnered up with Tracy for, and I would love it to continue. I have nothing negative to say about her. I appreciated everything that we had done. I'm really sad that it looks like it has ended. And I hope for the best, for sure.
Man, I see a lot of people curious, can't you just keep going? I mean, we can. I'm just discouraged, so I'm not going to confirm right now that we're definitely trying to rally it. Jim definitely says like, yeah, let's do it, and everyone in the chat's like, yeah, let's do it. But the thing is, none of you guys are SB. It's on me to make the thing go, unless you want to change the format to where I don't have to show up every week. If somebody wants the keys and the keys and the driver's license for Picture Show, they could have it and take it out on the town.
Well, it's not a Picture Show without you, SB.
I know, I'm the show.
It's really not. I'm the picture, you're the show.
And as it is with any performing personality type, what you're seeing now is the regular bipolarity of someone who's adept at performing. What you're seeing for me every week is a show, literally. I know how to do this. I've been in plenty of rock and roll bands. You show up and rehearse anyway. And that's the thing. A lot of the episodes that you've seen in the past, I didn't really fucking feel like showing up and doing it. Just do it anyway, because that's what you do. But if the whole thing's going to fall apart, I don't know. We just have to wait and see what happens. Probably take next week off, or maybe you and Harrison want to jump on here and do something. I know I talked to Harrison briefly. I know he was intrigued to continue, or he's offering us his support.
That's really great. Still, you got to be a part of it, SB.
Man, TJ Lynch is saying this. I noticed that when I logged in too. So maybe that's true. Over here on plusultra.com, it does say not secure. Oh man, I forgot too. That's something I'm not gonna say out loud, but yeah, I might have compromised myself. So yeah, I don't know. We don't. The truth is we don't know. It's just it's not right to leave everybody hanging and not know what's happening at all. Usually we at least try to announce if the show is canceled week to week, and I know there was some suspicion that there was drama and that's why last week was canceled, but that's not the case. Me and Jacob Bacchus started to make a joke that there was drama in the Discord, but it didn't work out. But that wasn't the case. Things popped up that had some of us prior obligated. We all had a quick conference last week and said, hey, let's just not do it because we don't have a guest and we're not, we don't have anything planned that can't be postponed. So we just canceled. And Jim and I have done that with or without Tracy. Oh, not a whole bunch of times, but plenty of times, at least 7 or 8 times. TTF Fokker is saying, do we feel in danger? I personally do not feel in danger. No, I have not been harassed or threatened. I haven't been private messaged by anyone in any aggressive fashion. And even if they had, I wouldn't be afraid or intimidated because I love God and I'm not scared. So, I mean, I might get scared, but it's not going to stop me from taking action. Eat some Kubinzes. No, I don't eat Kubinzes or Liberty Caps or Azure Essence or LSD anymore. I used to do that when I was young, but I'm done with all of that. You know, I guess if it serves you, that's your decision, but I'm not down. But yeah, Snake Jones, I guess you had to message me the results of the runes if you threw runes for us. I've never messed with runes, so I don't know what they say. I just I guess if you're the praying type, I would pray. If you're the magical type, then I guess perform the same rituals that you perform with the good intention for the people involved in this whole thing, you know. I don't really perform magic. I use sympathetic magic, you know. When you frown and smile, there's magic. You can see mine's not very powerful right now.
You know, I was gonna say you guys should keep pouring in your positive thoughts and your positive comments down in the thing down there, the and the chat and on the Discord. That would be much appreciated. You know, everybody that appreciates the show and wants to keep seeing it go on, please let us know. And thank you.
I mean, I wish I had, you know, something more to say or more to be prepared. I'm feeling maxed out already. I might stay on here another 20 minutes, but I got a guest here at the house. My girlfriend is actually out of town. I got a young person here that's like my son, and we ordered some pizza. We have fine clothes that we need to try on and make sure fit correctly, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you got good stuff going on in your life. It's always good.
I got an Asian coin.
Don't be square. That's huge. That thing's huge.
It's too big to make it disappear.
How many American pesos is that thing worth, you think?
American pesos.
Yeah,
I think this cost me less than $5.
that's a small fortune.
See, I could have started the show that way and messed with everybody. Go like this and say, okay, here we go. It's getting hot in here.
Illuminati symbols there.
Oh, this is that old school Illuminati. It's got like Asian guys with swords and guitars, and it's got all that satanic Asian writing all over it. There's dragons and fishes and more swords.
It's beautiful.
I've been using it for a coaster.
I would hope that it'd be worth more than $5 in its own time. And
I was thinking we could mold it over and over again until we had a whole panel of them, and then we just pour them up. But
I'd love to have a suit of armor made out of those things, like chainmail with Chinese coins.
yeah, I like that idea.
Call it $1 million suit.
Been inside of a bar in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. There's a bar there that has $1 million worth of silver. Well, it had 1 million silver dollars invested into the bar, literally in clear acrylic in all the walls and all the counters and all the bar stools and everywhere. It's called the $1 Million Cowboy Bar, I think.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful town. I went there one time, too.
Yeah, I'd like to go back one day.
Box Canyon. The Tetons are gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
I climbed the Tetons with my friends one night, and we found a nice spot to put our sleeping bags down. We laid them out, and we ate some mushrooms, and we went to sleep. And then we woke up with a whole herd. I'm not sure what they're called, but a herd of moose. It was like their bedding spot, and we didn't realize it when we first laid down there and ate our mushrooms. But they wanted their spot back. It was pretty scary.
It's pretty easy to give moose their spot back.
We were screaming at them and throwing rocks and putting logs on top of our heads so we looked really tall. They finally backed off, but we got the heck out of there.
And well, at least you knew not to turn tail and run. You'd probably be dead.
Yeah, I'm sure. Moose they look awesome, but I think they're pretty brutal.
Oh, they're absolutely. I took a huge risk one time and shot photography of a baby moose. I was in Alaska with a tour guide, a pretty girl that I had met with a man in a wheelchair that I took care of for many years. And, we took the girl back to her house. She served us in a bar, and then we got her phone number. And when we called her back, they had fired her from the bar, so we hired her as a tour guide in Alaska. And so we took her back to her apartment. And when she ran inside, I jumped out of the van. This was back in the days of a regular camera, like with film in it and stuff. And I saw a baby moose, so I jumped out, and there was a big deadfall tree. And so I kind of hid behind the deadfall tree, but I knew that tree wouldn't really protect me. And the mama moose finally did step out and show herself, and I took a few more pictures and then got back in the van. But I knew it was a huge risk.
Oh, wow.
That mama moose wanted to charge me. I might have been okay. I might have been dead. But it was worth it to get pictures of a baby moose.
I bet they're cute.
Oh, there's somewhere in our photo albums. When that guy in the wheelchair got photo albums for days. That's just it. People don't understand. I took care of this man for 10 years in the wheelchair, and he finally has been put on hospice. And sometime in the next 6 months to a year, he's probably going to drop dead. So, and I'm going to have to be a party to it. And I'm not ready right now to do it. I'm going to have to make time to do the things I need to do to help this man closer to his death. It's a big deal. His family's about as well. Let's just say that there's people shit posting on 4chan that are more valuable than this man's family. They're just worthless people. They're not. If anything, as soon as he dies, they'll all try to come and rob him. So somebody needs to stand there and make sure that something happens right.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. And that's totally fucking respectable. Especially when it's somebody you care about.
Oh, it's the only person that ever really acted like a father to me.
Yeah, I've met him. He's a good man.
He is a good man. He's a total asshole, but he's a good man.
He was always, it's always nice to me, but
yeah, well, go over there without me and help him do something.
Negate being a good man.
Yeah. Just go show up without me and help him do something. You'll change your.
Yeah, well, I was a guest, so he didn't make me do anything for him, much as he.
I mean, it's
polite.
It's not like I'm being insulting. It's no secret that I'm a total asshole. That's what makes me me. So I go out of my way to be polite most of the time, and if I can't, then I go hide. I'm still just trying to read the chat here. I don't know. Can you see the chat or not?
I don't have the chat from here.
Yeah, see, this is backwards. Jim's supposed to read the chat, not me.
I know.
Yeah, Snake Jones is talking about the runes that he made. If you go back and look at the old episodes, there's quite a few episodes of us making art. And that inspired Snake Jones and some others to also make art.
Yeah, I love hanging out with you guys. Definitely some fun stuff.
That's how I feel right now, like that.
Oh,
Feels bad, man.
yeah, I know.
And plus, look at this Pepe. It's all got the universe and like nebulous clouds in it. That shit's all fake. It's not even out there.
Drop my phone.
They just lied about space to trick you into thinking about being tiny. It's all a big fake lie, folks.
That's true. I got the real thing behind me here. You see it there?
Yeah,
Right up
it's
here.
that's an interesting shot. Jim's shot.
Can you see it? Am I popping up on the screen there? Got the sun going down.
Mm-hmm.
I sure hope this ain't the sunset on Eric's Only Picture Show. Just tonight, I hope.
Yeah, you know what sunset it means.
Means time will tell, right?
Well, not on the internet. No, it means killed.
Oh, shit. Turn it back around.
Well, thank you very much, Oswald. It took me a lot of ways to figure out how to make this hat work like this. And I'm not lying. It's the only one I got that's like this. My
Yeah,
cousin
SB's got pretty high hat game.
I'm a hat person. I literally found a suitcase full of hats in my storage unit that I had forgotten all about.
I don't even think you brought all of them out yet, have you?
No, not even close. No.
Yeah.
I got hats everywhere. It's because I'm bald, just in case you guys didn't know.
Hadn't noticed. I love the hats.
So I was looking, Loved by the Sun. Yeah, see, that's why people think you're weird, Falker. Would you guys ever give a moose a muffin just to activate your Merkaba, and you spelled Merkaba wrong?
It's better than spelling muffin wrong.
Yeah. Spell it M-U-P-H-E-N.
Yeah.
The moose at Wally World activates. Oh, the Adventure Channel, Adventurer Channel. I haven't seen you around for a while.
What's up, the Adventurer Channel?
Because some of these people in the chat know each other. That's weird.
It's a whole community popped up around Eric's Only Picture Show. We love it.
That's sad.
You're such a negative Nancy, SB.
Oh, I'm being polite.
I know. God loves you.
Oh, beautiful sun. The sun is bald. We did create a fellowship, it's true, and I do appreciate it. I'm not here to threaten to leave everybody hanging. I just can't reassure you yet either. I don't know what's going to happen. The truth is, folks, everybody's got it going on either directly in their life or one person to their left or right now in the world. Everybody you know is in some kind of mini crisis or full-blown crisis. There's doubt, derision, problems, death, uncertainty. They're ramping it all up. You know, they're working towards their little 2020 New World Order bullshit, and they are turning the volume up on the chaos and craziness in the world. And it's not
And
going
every day, a new baby's born, a new piece of art gets made. Somebody smiles about some shit that they just made up. Everything is balancing itself out. I think it's all the most terrible, but in the same right, it's even equally beautiful.
Oh, I can't disagree with you. Oh, this is interesting. Oswald Spengler says he got Tessa Dick to agree to go on Nox Mente. I know I got a bunch of invites to go and talk to people on other shows.
Yeah, you should do it, my friend.
Well, I'm definitely going to talk to Jason over at the Liminal List.
The world wants to hear from an asshole sometimes.
Oh, that's all they want. They don't want no nice guys. If you got an inner nice guy stuck inside you somewhere, just take him out back and put a bullet in his head, and you'll be happy. You can be kind to people, but you can't be nice.
Chevrolet.
If you're nice, people just take advantage of you. You know.
Well, it's better than people hating you because you're an asshole, right?
Depends on whether or not you want them to hate you.
Well, that's good. Sometimes you can let people take advantage of you as a form of understanding who they truly are. And then you pull the rug out from under them. I'm just taking the polar opposite side of what you're saying.
This isn't a platform for you to blow smoke up your own ass, Jim.
Well, I am a nice guy, so fuck you.
There you go. Now you're getting somewhere. Now say it like you mean it, and I'll believe you. Oh shit! I don't know. I must have let my air conditioning get turned down because it's getting hot in here. Lock the dogs out, and then everything's a compromise. Kick the dogs out so they don't make bang weird noises. Then you got to sweat to death.
Yeah, I'm standing on a tree hill with sun popping down behind me here.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell where you're at, and I can't because your camera is messed up, but it's kind of beautiful and cool.
It is beautiful where I'm at.
You said you're at a baseball game.
Yeah, I'm at a softball game.
It gives me a vague idea of where you probably are then, but I'm not going to drop your location.
You can see it from my house. Well, the illumination, anyway.
Eyes everywhere tonight. We've been at this almost an hour. Oh man, my office is a mess. I gotta sit this way, huh? There, that hides the mess.
Yeah, what's the chat say?
It says, crank up the AC, treat yourself. I would, but I got to step out of the room, and then that's going to re-involve the dogs. And Oswald, you're funny. You must not be from this part of the world. Oswald Spangler says, surprise is hot in Walla Walla when it's 60 in Central Oregon. Pacific Northwest weather is local to your person. MM says, where's Harrison? That's a good question. He was here earlier, but it gets later the farther east you get, so he might be done. Oh, he's there.
What's up, Harrison? What's up, regulars? I don't have the chat in front of me, so I can't say what's up to you all.
Yeah, I tossed a few shout-outs at the beginning there, but I'm probably slacking here.
It's all right. It's not your regular.
Oh, I've been missing all the swear words too.
What, no swear words?
Well, I had it on top chat instead of live chat. I remember when that change happened because I was watching the blood sports all the time.
Did they change from swear words to no swear words on those?
No, what they did was it used to be that the chat would just roll, but then they added top chat as a way to censor any adult content type chat. It's the slow frog boil like everything else. You know, they started by making it so that there's a drop-down menu on the chat that you have to go choose live chat to see people talking about Jews and saying F words. And you know, and saying the N-word and all these kinds of things. And then, as we saw in one of our episodes there, they also have graduated now to having AI robots live edit the chat. For example, if you're in the chat typing that Foucault is a huge postmodernist child sex advocate, it might not come through.
Those bastards.
But on our Discord, there is a subsection called Foucault Made Me Do It, which is a pretty funny section if you got a strong stomach. Somebody sent me a screen capture the other day. That person's probably in the chat too, but it said, never shake hands with a chayote and never accept cake from a Thelemite. And I thought that was kind of funny.
That's some illuminating comments there.
Yeah, if you don't get it, I guess you got to do some reading. Right now it says participants, CHCPR1, what's up? Krista, what's up? Get out of the matrix, what's up? Of course, we got Harrison, MM, what's up? Oswald, myself, Snake Jones, Susan Potter Thomas, the Adventurer Channel, TFF Fokker, and this individual with the green for a name. Ooh, I could find it.
Unpronounceable is what I usually say.
We'll find out right now what it means here. Let's find out. I've been wondering for a long time. Being at a desktop makes a difference. Oh, he's got his own YouTube channel too.
Did you figure it out?
I'm looking. That's funny. I don't think I'm the only one that's done this.
Yeah, I've tried to sound it out, but I never learned how to speak rune.
Hey, that's funny that it wouldn't be in the translator like everything else.
No. That name is ruined for translation.
Oh, now the dogs are woofing. The dogs will only. Oh, I see. We're gonna have troubles here anyway. This isn't gonna work.
That's a pretty technicolorful hat, SB. I gotta say.
My cousin brought me this hat when I was staying at her house in Lodi, California. Her little son was wanting me to shout him out on the show, and I never did. But I'm kind of
shout
weird.
him out?
I don't know. I'm wary of that kind of stuff, man. I'm not really down with dropping little kids' names on the internet.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe shout a nickname out or a proxy name.
Yeah, and I don't know. If he's watching tonight, hey, what's up? I see you. I know who you are.
Yeah, there you go.
You're bigger than you were the last time I saw you, but I'll still whoop your ass. Do what you're told. When I was staying with him, he didn't like that because he likes to be manipulative and push his mom's buttons. At least he used to. Maybe he's amended his behavior, but he couldn't hide how happy he was when it was time for me to quit crashing on the couch and leave. He was quite pleased.
Found some caution tape. I'm standing inside of it right now. All the way around me here. Stay out of here, they say.
Oh, here, Miguel Connors. I better drop this link right here. I'll put this up on Twitter.
Oh, is he looking for us?
Looks like it.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, I didn't. I just went live and I didn't shout it out. I told people we're going to be on here, but I never posted the link. So let me go ahead and do that. And
oh yeah, that's usually what I do.
How long we've been at this now? Yeah, we're just past an hour. I can kick it here for a little bit more.
Okay.
Ah! Oh my God. You guys ever have the reverse caps lock problem?
There, it popped up.
Ta-da.
The Twitters have been informed.
Yeah, you got us with those runes, man. I still don't know what they mean. Maybe I'll post it to the local pagan group.
Hopefully it's good omen. I would imagine so.
Oh, oops, I hid the chat. How do I find it again? $33 watching again. We were up a little higher than that for a minute. Not that it matters. Oh, there it is. Show chat. Okay, sorry, folks. This is my what I call my A- game, not my A game.
Well, we're on interesting, stressful circumstances. Yes.
Yeah, see, we're getting. I'm glad people are hooking it up in the chat over here with answers. You know, long story short, and I did go over this a couple times, but strange things have been happening with Tracy since the last episode. Not real severe at first, but they were kind of ramping up, and then she kind of vanished for a minute, and we went out of the way to try and really reassure ourselves that she was okay. And I did finally get her to call me on the telephone after a few tries. And when she did, she said she was done with the show, and there wasn't really any explanation behind it. And I just reassured her that I only ever wanted to be her friend and participate in whatever she was doing. And she just kind of politely said okay and let me go. It was kind of distant, kind of weird. So that's it. And we don't really have any more information than that, you know. I do like that someone pointed out that on her website, it looks like the authentication is not good, so that might be a hint or a sign that something's not good, you know. Maybe maybe that's proof of something. I guess it's proof that her certificate isn't bouncing to the server right, you know.
Yeah, it sucks. All this kind of deep diving we've been doing is deep waters. There's some scary shit going on. A lot of it current, probably crimes, you know, that people are not, it's not rested, pulled stuff. So there's a lot of possible danger in a lot of the topics we've been talking about for the last.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what made us. And Jim and I have been doing this far in advance of Tracy being involved. That's kind of what brought her our direction. Is that she tuned in and saw what we were doing, and you know, we're not afraid to talk about the hard subjects. We're not afraid to be right at the cusp of what's an ongoing and current investigation, like something like Cappy. Is Isaac Cappy really dead? I think he probably is. Did he commit suicide? I really doubt it.
Yeah.
Is there a bunch of people shilling really hard trying to muddy the water as to what did or didn't happen?
Most
Yeah, I
definitely.
think so. Should you rush in headlong and try and figure it out, feet on the ground? I wouldn't. You know.
You want to put a target on your face?
Oh yeah, people. I mean, I've said that over and over again in past episodes too. I don't mind talking right around the fringe edges of it. I think that what's put Tracy in a position to be in danger is that she's studied occult symbolism and mythology and synergy and synchromisticism and all this stuff for so long that she has clearer eyes to see.
Yeah.
So once she shows a little bit of what she understands to something that's a current event, then people who are doing evil things using symbols to hide them become disturbed and start to take action against her.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge frightful possibility.
Well, I mean, that's the only reason I went out of my way to kind of prompt her to call me, because I was ready to, call the authorities or try and go over there, even though it's almost 4 hours away, or try and send someone I trust locally to at least see what's up. And I didn't really want to do that because that's a massive invasion of someone's privacy and their personal life, but at the risk of
Something
having,
bad.
well, if she's being held captive or, God forbid, is being attacked, then it's worth the trade-off. So I was glad she called me. If you watch this, Tracy, thank you for calling and letting us know that you're okay. I hope you continue to remain to be okay. And if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to hit us up. We're still out here. I'll
Amen.
talk to you, but I'm not going to contact you first because it didn't seem like that's what you wanted. So, I'm on Twitter here. I don't want to be on Twitter. Yeah, it looks like some people are just noticing. Yeah, that was one of the first things I noticed. She pulled down her Twitter. Tracy's Twitter's gone. Her website is redacted for about the last month of content, and someone pointed out that the certificate is not authentic. And I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh yeah, and a whole bunch of it's not that her website's been pulled for a month of content. Pardon me, that's her YouTube. So those would be the three areas that we've definitely seen affected. YouTube has been scrubbed for about the last month. The website seems okay, but it's not. And her Twitter's gone.
Yeah. It's kind of disheartening. It was scary when I first saw that.
Yeah, it's absolutely disheartening.
Really worried about her. I'm glad that you
But
talked to her and that she said she was okay.
well, I hope she's telling the truth. I hope no one's encouraging her to say that.
Yeah, me too.
She didn't seem like she was trying to give any signs or symbols. There was no secret. It wasn't video. It was just audio. So
Well, I'm sure there was a good reason for her decision.
yeah, Oswald Spangler here is pointing out that her Facebook author page is still up, and that's true. Tracy is no longer on Facebook as an individual and hasn't been for months. She got rid of her Facebook a long time ago, but her fan page is still up and it appears normal. I haven't seen anything posted. I haven't seen any new content posted since the beginning of this. Oh, here, dude, with the runes is telling us. It says at SB Alger, it's more of a stream of thought than phonetic. Translates roughly power to overcome lies within all of us if we can find the hidden voice that lies deep inside of each of us. Amen. All right.
Well,
Thanks for
thank you.
man. And this is when you go to your Windows 10 snipping tool. Probably the only good thing I can say about Windows 10 is that the snipping tool works pretty easy. Other than that, Windows can take it and stick it up their ass because it's a terrible operating system.
All right, for 10.
Well, when it's first free and then they want to force it onto your computer, it's not going to be good, right?
Yeah.
All right, where were we? I don't know what we're doing, man. We're just sitting here now. So Jacob Bacchus is pointing out that no certificates, that means the website can't prove it's the real website. Yeah, certificates on a website are kind of like a drug deal,
Yeah.
You hand the guy the drugs, and then he's got to make sure it's drugs, and then you get the money. That's
a good point.
I'm just scrolling the chat here, folks. Oh, that's interesting. The same guy with the runes there says, Tracy's lived her whole life on another level. I knew her in real life back in the day through Boyd Rice. Hope she is safe. Well, that was way back. Yeah, if you've read Clock Shavings, she talks about Boyd Rice. Boyd Rice has become kind of a cliche of a white supremacist from what I've seen. I don't know that to be absolutely true, but last time I tried to look him up, that was certainly how it looked like. He was kind of a pagan white nationalist, but I don't know. I haven't followed or tried to look into the man deeply enough to have an informed opinion on him.
Yeah, it's definitely a good book, though. You should check out Clock Shavings if you guys get the chance.
Oh, here it jumped to the bottom. People have tried to be her handler before. Yeah, if you guys want to understand all of this kind of stuff better, then go find the interview I did with Jesse Waugh, W-A-U-G-H. It's the very first interview I ever did on the internet prior to the Flat Earth debate on Andy Worski's channel, prior to any of this other stuff. It's called Paralleling. They parallel people. They try to manage and handle people.
It's a good show. Great topic, SB. I'm glad you figured it out.
Boyd married a Jew lady and disavowed all that. Hey, sorry for putting out not updated information, man. The same poster, the gentleman with the runes. I assume it's a gentleman. I could be wrong. I mean, that's a funny way to put it. A lot of people do marry a Jew and recant and disavow their former positions.
People change. Part of the being human part. Probably a good thing. Or it can be.
YouTube purge is happening at the same time they're scrubbing iTunes. Coincidence? Now, none of it's a coincidence. This is all absolutely scripted and coordinated. They've been hammering this thing out for 50 or 100 years and refining it every day and every week as they go. And it's called communitarianism. 2020 is the date. We're getting right up on it. That's why you're seeing everything unfold faster and faster. Because it's time.
Yeah.
Out with the old, in with the new. Oh, I see James. Look like James True right there. What's up, James?
What's up, James?
Still just reading the chat here. I'm calling Rune Man Manas, huh?
You're what?
Oh, I'm just reading the chat out loud.
Oh, nice.
Oh, these guys are talking in Rune language. Manas, M-A-N-A-A-Z. So Manas, if that's what we're calling the gentleman with the runes. He says, I like Manas. You're a T-Waz, definitely Snake. I'm gonna have to go practice it. I have to go open that box of runes I bought in London and see what they say. Or maybe I didn't buy them, but we have them. Krista, you don't need a special name, Krista. You're special enough.
Indeed.
I mean, you're already named like the female version of Christ. Isn't that good enough? James True says, we shall overcome. Well, I'm glad you guys are going to overcome. Let me know how it goes.
We all shall overcome. SB. Yes.
This is Terrence Hypno Nipple? Now, that's something I never thought of. And that's true. Anton LaVey was Jewish. I read the Satanic Bible way back in the day. It's just a bunch of nihilist, self-centered bullshit, folks. I can't advocate worshiping yourself and or not caring about anything. Those aren't good positions to take.
Yeah, how sad and lonely, I'd say.
well, I don't know. If Roosh V is out here thinking about becoming a Catholic, then everyone should consider that maybe trying to be hedonistic isn't the best path, because he pulled it off pretty big. Like, he made himself filthy stinking rich and got all of the cutest girls to jump in bed with him. And now you go on his YouTube and he's talking to E. Michael Jones about how it was all a big mistake.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh man. All right, I'm about done. If you guys got more questions, I'll field them. You can still join the Discord. Just go to any past show and scroll to the very bottom, and there's a tripled up link to the Discord.
Yeah, the Discord's still there.
Yeah, the Discord name is changed to RX only because it's not Plus Ultra anymore. That's Tracy's brand. I can't front her brand out here on all of our stuff if she doesn't want to be in contact or affiliated with us. So I took it off. It's not personal. It just is what it is. Oh, interesting. How strange that I'm getting a private email about the same thing, and it's from someone I don't think is watching the show. That's weird. Adventurer channel. Oh, the prayer. He saw the prayer flags. Oh. I bought those at the Illuminati bookshop, too. Only knew.
Where are your hand signals, SB?
I just watched the replay. This is one of them.
Oh.
I don't know what it means. In a pinch, instead of a compass in a square, you can just use a what do you call it?
Measuring tape.
Yeah, but who uses it?
Source.
Yeah, what do they call those people? Tailor?
Tailors.
And what's a tailor? Who's the tailors? Who owns all of the clothing businesses?
Good question.
Well, you could ask in New York in the garment district if you want to find out the answer.
Do you think it's Jews?
No.
Couldn't be Jews.
I'm pretty sure it's the Nigerians that run the clothing business in New York.
I thought Nigerians ran the scam. The prince, the cousins and princes. I don't know. I'm not related to anybody Nigerian.
Shoes? Boyd is a master troll. Impossible to know his actual beliefs. I believe that. If you've been neck deep in this crap as long as he have, you develop trolling as a byproduct of protection. Let's see. Tracy comes back. You should tell Jason Horsley to interview her. You know, I recommended that to them both before, and they kind of humored the idea, but I don't think that it's right. You know, maybe someday in the future. I'll tell you, I probably will go and do an interview with Jason myself if the offer still stands. It probably won't be for a few weeks or a month or something, but I think he wants to talk about flat Earth. Maybe, I don't know. I doubt it. He knows I'm a flat earther. I talked to him one time and it kind of tripped him out. He's like, "Are you really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And he was like, But that was before it's kind of like, it's weird how everything in the media, they bring it out and it shocks everyone and makes them all fight and be agitated and argue and disagree and be in denial or be uncertain. And then as it develops, everyone at least grows a space in their consciousness to tolerate it, whether they believe it or not. Because when flat Earth first came out, it was just wackadoo. Like, people are like, "You're crazy." What do you mean the earth is flat? And it really stirred everybody up. But now if you bring it up, there's not very many people left that can be shocked or offended anymore. They don't like it, but they're used to it. And so I feel like that happens. They're doing the same thing with pedophilia. They're making it normalized by having us be upset about it, to where 10 years from now, if things don't change, then I guess when you find out there's a whole brothel of little kids dumping water on a pedestal somewhere, you'll be upset, but you won't be shocked because you'll already know about it. It's disappointing and weird.
Very true. Very true.
Snake Jones says it's 11:11. Yeah, well, on my clock it's 9:11. Ugh. You guys could try this one out. Oh, look at it's backwards, huh? Does it read backwards to you guys too? I don't think the camera will mirror for me. This book's all about the Russians doing astral projection, mind control and stuff. Whoa. Oh, no, it comes out right on your screen. Good. I see it now. 12:11. Jim muted up his mic. Looking at the chat here still. Yeah, that book's not bad. I found it at like a secondhand store years and years ago, and then I bought it again recently when I was in Portland. It's just a typical kind of pulpy fiction book. But I recommend to people to take in at least as much fiction and fantasy and poetry as you do all the other crap, because your creative mind wants something to work on, and if you don't give it the fiction and the creative side to work with, then it starts to put you in a corner. If all the people I know that all they do is relentlessly read either academic or nonfiction work, histories, biographies, it's like their creative side shrivels up. It's not right. You got to have got to feed both sides. I don't know how much I should feed my creative brain because I can't even do anything from left to right. So,
Bah.
Oh, your opinion doesn't count. You're just like me. Jim and I work together and we do things in this order: Q25, Z7, this square symbol with the circle inside of it, number 45, number 46, A, B, C, and we do that every day.
It's the logical order of things.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the way we do it.
Ah. It's hard being a non-linear thinker.
It is, but it also solves linear thinkers' problems for them when they're standing there scratching their heads.
That's true.
So, linear thinking OCDs guys, they hate us ADD creative types until they need us, and then they're willing to pay top dollar. All right, I think we should pull the plug on this thing, man. I'm about done. Dogs are scratching. I got pizza getting cold. I'm not seeing no brand new questions. I'm just looking here. Yeah, who's saying that? Was that Suzanne that's saying it? They were talking about how this is the same way it happened last time. I would agree that to some degree this does parallel, and it seems similar to the last time Tracy had trouble. So, I've reached out to the people I know that know her personally that may or may not be here in the chat too, and that's all I can do. Let people know what's up. I hope she remains safe. If what she needs is a break or whatever, then I hope she gets it. I'm probably definitely going to take a break here for a while. least until shit chills out. And then we'll just see what happens. I'll still be checking the Discord. Yes, sir, Mr. Ryan Martin. The lady who was joining us each week has, well, she's had some strange things going on, and she deleted her Twitter, or it vanished, and her website changed, and her YouTube changed, and I couldn't really get a hold of her, and neither could Jim. And then we waited till the next morning and let her know that we were considering taking more aggressive action to either send people there or even come there ourselves. And she called and let us know that she was okay, but that she was going to quit the show, and that that was it. No explanation, no further information. That's where we're at. It's shocking, disheartening. On a personal level, it was already a low, strange day yesterday for me. So this was just like a hard spiritual psychic bonk in the head. That's how I feel like I got a mild concussion.
Yeah, it's definitely been very sad.
Oh no, yeah, Ryan's talking about someone else. Yeah, homeboy in across the state line is finally on hospice. That is true. But that's to be expected, and that's okay. He's been the gentleman has been injured and sitting in a wheelchair for a long time, for more than 25 years. He's suffering in terrific pain every day. His function and mobility and quality of life has decreased to a very low level. He still has decent caregivers. He still has good insurance, so that's a huge blessing. But yeah, you know, if you've worked around this kind of stuff, folks, if someone is suffering for a long, long period of time and they've lived a reasonably good life, you don't really have regrets when they get closer to death. But it doesn't mean it will be easy. There will be many, many unexpected things and many loose ends to tie up to make sure that his transition out of this world is effective. But he's got the Lord Jesus Christ in his heart, so I'm not afraid for him. Yeah, I see you there, Jim. You got anything else to say, man? I think we're going to be done here. I'm going to go eat something. I don't know. Maybe Jim can't hear us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You back inside the truck or something?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Inside the truck. Sorry about that.
No, you're all good.
Started raining here.
Yeah, I saw the lightning flashing outside, so maybe I'll go throw all the doors open.
It's a good idea. Oh.
Ha!
Dropped my phone.
I saw that. We went to frog. You dropped it hard enough that it jumped to frog.
He did like a whole flip, and I caught it, just like juggling.
Well, let it go, Snake. You don't got to keep holding that. I'm glad to see Ryan Martin hasn't changed in all these years. Ryan Martin says, see you next week then. See? Now you have to put on a show next week.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll be doing that.
Yeah, I'll just leave the keys to the picture show out on the counter. Anybody wants to drive it next week can drive it.
Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah, we'll have a
safety decisions.
Maybe I'll start another. I'll add a spot in the Discord, and we'll start. Maybe we can. What do you call it? Hold on, I got to think of the New World Order language. We used to say come to an agreement, but that's not going to work anymore. No one comes to agreements anymore. That's off. That's off the list now. Now we come to a consensus. How do we come to a consensus? We don't navigate to it. We don't argue to it. I can't remember. Oh, you can look it up. It's called the Delphi method. We arrive at a consensus how? What's the wording here? Now I'm going to type it in here. This is how they screwed you over. They took away Robert's Rules of Order and they gave you a consensus instead. Have you come to a consensus? We're trying to come to a consensus. Adapting to a consensus. Yeah, that's what a lot of us are going to be doing. We will be adapting to a consensus. I just can't remember. Yeah, I can leave you guys all with that. If you want to find something interesting for yourself, go look up the consensus method and the Delphi method and how they all tie together. That's what's wrong with your homeowners organization and your local city council, is that they don't hold real meetings anymore. They plan what outcome they want in advance, and then they have you all come and participate without realizing that they've already made the decisions in advance. And they get everyone to agree to their consensus or not, and the people that don't agree, they let them talk for a minute and make their points, and then they still do whatever they planned before the meeting. It all comes from the Lucius Trust, the Rand Corporation and the Lucius Trust. If Nikki Rapana was here, she could tell us. There it is. Thank you, Buja Hadeen. Yeah, he's old school with the communitarianism like me. Facilitating a consensus. That's one way to do it. I don't know if I'll be your facilitator next week, but I'll try and appoint a facilitator to be here for you. How's that? Fuck a mosquito.
Oh. Thunder, I see lightning.
Jim.
Outside my window and outside of yours. SB.
Your feed is getting worse and worse. We're watching you go from Jim to Blade Runner 2.0.
Yeah.
We're about to lose you, man. Yeah, I can tell. We're going to let you go. I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, bye anyway. Okay, bye. We don't know what's going to happen, but we'll be in touch on the Discord. You can hit us up. Comment, like, share, subscribe, or do. Looks like Jim's locked up.
The stream?
Yeah, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to go. I'm going to go eat pizza. Good night, you guys. Thank you for coming. I'll be in touch. We'll be in touch.
I guess you'll